Hi, I'm Eve. Welcome to the 1X Kitchen. In this video, to celebrate the winter holidays, I'll share with you how to make my favorite gingerbread cookies. You can also find the recipe in the video description. So if you're ready, let's get started. We begin with adding the butter and the brown sugar in the stand mixer, and blending it together, until smooth. Once that's done, add the vanilla, and the molasses and mix once more until the mixture is uniform. While the mixer is running at medium speed, add the remaining ingredients, 1 cup at a time, finishing with the flour. The mixture should now form a dough. Divide the dough into 2 halves. Transfer each half into containers. Place them in the fridge to chill. This should take 3 to 6 hours depending on the temperature of the fridge. Once the dough is chilled, preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, or 180 degrees Celsius. And line baking trays with parchment paper. Lightly dust your working surface with flour, and place your dough. Roll the dough down, using a rolling pin. We're aiming for a thickness of about 1/8 inch or 3 millimeters. Next comes the really fun part, where we cut the dough into figures using cookie cutters. Transfer the cookies to the baking tray, leaving some space between them. Bake the cookies in the preheated oven for about 8 to 10 minutes, before transferring the parchment sheet. If you want to add some extra flair, you can decorate the cookies once they're cool. Here you can let your creativity loose, and have some fun with it. Look at me, I'm Jackson Pollock. Let the cookies sit for a few minutes until the decorations have set. And serve. However you celebrate, even 1X, wish you all happy holidays.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is to say in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is, Bahashem, meaning in the name, Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus a so-called black man. Something to think about. Something to think about. And that clip that you seen was from the latest innovation of, artificial intelligence. And they call it Eve, the humanoid robot. Okay? And it's a robot that's allegedly, said to be able to cook, clean, do all sorts of things. They're using this robot for, just about every type of task. So cooking, cleaning, it could guard your home. It could do, certain tasks like lift boxes and all type of stuff. So then you have to ask yourself, what is it saying? Okay, it named this robot Eve because Eve was what? Originally supposed to be a helpmeet to Adam, Eve was only created to be a helpmeet to Adam, okay? Because Adam, was lonely, and he had a task that the Most High gave him, which was naming all the animals. And the Most High said that it is not good for man to be alone. So he made him a helpmeet and gave him a wife, okay? But now what? In today's society, 2024, that role has been, completely done away with. You may very well find 1 or 2 and maybe 3 rare occasions where the woman is actually a helpmeet to, the man. Okay. Now you have these, well-educated, business-driven career women, who's going off on the deep end. And now this company, 1X, is seeing an avenue, for, a helpmeet, a robot that can do tasks around the house to relieve some of the burdens that may be on a household that has 2 working, adults and, can't really get around to doing tasks around the house. So they looking for what? A so-called helpmeet or a humanoid hand, in the form of an artificial intelligent robot. Okay. Now, back in the days, they used to have, nannies and maids and things of that magnitude. Not saying that they still don't, but now we in the age of technology and they're trying to look, to make things more efficient. So if they could roll out these artificial intelligent humanoid robots, to do certain tasks, they're going to try to profit off of that. So something to think about, okay? What was Eve created for? All right? So this is the news site, foxnews.com website, and the headline reads, Eve, the robot, can cook, clean, and guard your home. A robot can handle any household task and keep you secure. Okay? So it says, have you ever wished you had a helper who could do anything you ask, such as cleaning, cooking, shopping, tutoring, or even guarding your house? Well, now you can, thanks to 1X, Norwegian company that created Eve, a humanoid robot that can perform a range of tasks. Okay? And you wouldn't need no robot if, the woman was in her correct role, but these are the times that we in now, okay? Where we have to make do with what we have, all right? We know that pursuant to the curses, the woman was going to have an evil eye towards her husband, all right? So we understand under the curses, and it's it's our fault. I'm not going to say partially because we went off. So this is part of the curse, and it goes all the way back to the garden. We're going to get that. We're going to get that account. It says the humanoid robot by the numbers. Eve is an advanced humanoid robot that looks and moves like a human, but with some extra features. Eve is equipped with cameras and sensors to perceive and interact with its surrounding. Eve is 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighs 192 pounds, can travel 9 miles per hour at its top speed, has a 33-pound carry capacity, and can run 6 hours on a single 1-hour charge. So you can get some work done with this Eve robot for 6 hours. That's almost a complete shift right there, okay? You got an 8-hour shift. If you're talking full-time, a 10-hour and a 12-hour shift. This Eve robot can, damn near do a whole shift, without having to take breaks and things, all right? It says its mobility, dexterity, and balance allows it to navigate complex environments and manipulate objects efficiently. Eve have wheels and gripper hands so it can assist humans in various tasks such as cleaning and cooking. Okay? And these are things that the woman was made for. But now, because the serpent, Esau, Edom, has taken the woman out of her natural order and put her into a role that she wasn't made for, now you have to go about other means of getting things done, okay? And it was all done by design. How does the humanoid robot use AI? Because once you break up the household, you're going to have, misfits, children and, anarchy pretty much, okay? You got single parent households, you got baby mama drama, and this is all designed by the serpent to keep, the Israelite man down, okay? Because in this society, you really can't, get your peace of mind, unless you submit to the woman, all right? And that was Adam's flaw, okay? The Most High gave him a commandment, and he broke it and he worshiped the woman, okay? And that's why he was given, his sentence that he was going to have to work by the sweat of his brow. Because the Most High gave him a commandment that he should not eat from the tree, but he let the woman be his God and he followed her after what she said other than what the Most High told him, okay? And then you have the serpent, which is the woman's God, who she listened to when the serpent said, you can eat of the, fruit of the tree. The day you eat this, you're going to be just as gods, okay? So this is the, burden that plagues our people today, all right? And it all roots back to the garden, okay? When Adam disobeyed his power, the Most High, and the woman disobeyed her power, the man. Because the woman was only made for the man. That's why she is in existence today. And we're going to get that biblical, okay? It says, how does the humanoid robot use AI? Eve is a smart and versatile android that uses a modified version of GPT-4, the same software that powers ChatGPT, to handle a variety of tasks, whether you need a recipe suggestion, a dishwashing assistance, I kid you not, you reading it, or a cookie baker. Eve has you covered. So Eve could do some of these, tasks, that you would think that the woman should be able to do. Okay, but because the woman is tied up with her career and, trying to get ahead in the, workforce, she doesn't have time for that. And if she do, she comes home and she brings that, burden of whatever it is she had, she brings it to the house, okay? You don't get your peace for the most part, all right? So you see the serpent took the woman out of the house and put her in an environment that's not conducive to, a meaningful relationship, okay? Because the woman is the weaker vessel. She can't handle all that type of stress, all right? So being brought forth and put into environments that's stressful is inducing her to go out, making her go out of her natural, beauty, okay? And it shows, all right? That's why relationships don't last as long. That's why marriages, are on the shamble, because today's woman, is just, for a lack of words, it's just gone, okay? So, we waiting for Yahweh Bahashem to come back to put things in perspective and put things in order, okay? So it says, with OpenAI's backing, Eve is the leading way for a new generation of robots that can take care of everyday chores in homes, in warehouses. Eve can work independently, using artificial intelligence to navigate and perform tasks. Right. And that's what we're going at, taking away the human touch and replacing it with open AI, artificial intelligence, okay? Making things, ass backwards. And that's what Esau wants. He wants confusion. The more people are confused, the more he can, manipulate and reign over them. Now we're going to go down and see if we can get, because you can read this article. It tells you like certain things it could do, like buildings, manufacturing, factories, at home. Eve can assist with personal or professional needs such as cleaning, cooking, and tutoring, using his human-like appearance and behavior to provide friendly and reliable services. Factories, Eve can assist with production, assembly, quality control, and maintenance tasks in factories, using his strength, precision, and sensors to handle materials and machines. Manufacturing, buildings, all is missing is the office, because that's where most of Eve work. They have office secretarial jobs, okay? That's all that's missing, but it already has that covered. And Edom allows women to flourish in those type of environments, man, because they bring complete and utter chaos, okay? Gossiping, all type of mischiefs goes on in offices and things of that magnitude. Okay, so you can read this article. It's pretty lengthy, and we're going to see if we can go down to the takeaways. And this is Kurt Key's takeaways from Eve, the humanoid robot. It says, as you can see, Eve is remarkable. Let me read that over again. Slakia. It says, as you can see, Eve is a remarkable invention that has the possibility to revolutionize the way we live and work. Eve is not just a machine, but a companion, okay? And that's why the woman was made, to be a helpmeet to Adam, okay? Because he was alone. And the Most High said it is not good for man to be alone, okay? That can help you with various tasks and challenges in your home or workplace. Eve is also a creative and intelligent AI robot that can learn and adapt to different situations and environments. How do you feel about having a humanoid robot like Eve in your home or workplace? What task would you like Eve to help you with? Let us know by writing us at that contact, okay? So there you have it. Eve the humanoid robot. Something to think about. Okay? Letting you know that what? On the slide, he's trying to say what your wife can't do, this robot will be able to do, and what? Without any feedback or talk back, okay? So they just putting it out there in the air for you and letting you know and calling it Eve the robot because they know exactly what Eve was designed for. And Eve was designed to be a helpmeet to Adam. Now let's go into the scriptures and let's read this. This is out of the book of Genesis, the 2nd chapter, and we're going to go down to verse 18. And it reads, And Yahweh, power, said, it is not good for that. Slacky, let me start over. It says, And Yahweh, the Most High, said, It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him. Okay? And this is why the woman was created, to be a helpmeet. Okay? But the serpent has gave and put in her mind that she was made for much more than that. That, she is equal to the man, if not better. Okay? And that's why you see the constant bittering and arguing between the man and the woman. Because the woman is trying to be on the same playing field as the man when she wasn't made for that. So you're going to get a lot of bittering, back and forth. Okay? And it goes on to read, And out of the ground Yahweh the Most High formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. See, Adam was already given a job from the Most High, but he needed a helpmeet because it was not good for him to be alone. He had all this work to do. The Most High gave him the task of naming all the creatures of the air, of the land and of the sea. So it says, And out of the ground Yahweh the Most High formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. 20. And Adam gave names to all cattle and to the fowl of the air and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found an helpmeet for him. You see? Because the animals had a helpmeet, they was male and female, okay? There was a male cow and a female cow, a male bird and a female bird. But Adam, he didn't have one of his own kind, okay? So it says, And Adam gave names to all cattle and to the fowl of the air and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found a helpmeet for him. 21. And Yahweh, the Most High, caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof. 22. And the rib which Yahweh, the Most High, had taken from man, made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh, meaning that she is of the same flesh. She is, the same kindred. It says, And she shall be called woman because she was taken out of man. Okay? That's where you get woman, because the woman was taken from the man. Okay? And she was created to be the helpmeet. All right? And that's when she's in her natural environment. That's when she thrives the best. Okay? When she's helping the man. Not, sitting, going back and forth, bittering and arguing. That's not when she's in her natural environment, although that's her natural environment today because she's under the influence of the serpent. Okay? That's what she's better served today for the serpent use, is to be going back and forth with the man. Okay? Bickering and, just going and thriving in that type of environment. 23 says, and Adam said, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one. They should be one flesh. And that doesn't mean they're going to infuse together. No, they're going to be one accord. They're going to be on one accord, having the same mindset, the woman following after the man. Okay? That's order. It's the Most High, Yahweh, underneath him, his son, then who? The man, then woman. Okay? So the woman is going to be on one accord with the man, who is on one accord with, Yahweh Shai, and who's on one accord with the Father, Yahweh. Okay? That's when you have complete harmony right there. That's when things are working at its best, when everything is on accord, okay? Done decently in order, okay? And you're not going to get that for the most part in this society, because it's meant to go off, okay? For the most part, we're not going to get that until we get into the kingdom, okay? That's just that's just the raw facts about it, all right? You're lucky if you can get something that resembles similar to that here in this society. All right. 25 says, and they were both naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed. Going on to the next verse is when things, take its course. This is Genesis 3. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which Yahweh the Most High had made. And he said unto the woman, yea, have the Most High said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High have said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. Okay? And this is when they are on one accord right here, because the Most High didn't tell the woman that. The Most High told the man that, and the man related that to who? The woman. Okay? Showing you that what? The man is ahead of the woman, okay? The Most High is not dealing with the woman. The Most High is dealing with the man, and through the man, the woman is able to deal with the Most High. And now, through Yahweh Shai, because we went off and committed sin, that the man is able to, get back in touch with the Father through Yahweh Shai, okay? So there's order. 23 says, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High have said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. For the Most High doeth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. And that's when he went off, when he followed after the woman, okay? Because the Most High gave him a commandment not to eat of this tree of the fruit, and he listened to the woman, and he went off, okay? And the woman listened to the serpent, all right? Let's read that again. And it says, in a tree, we in verse 6, we're going to break down half of the scripture of this verse. It says, in a tree to be desired to make one wise. And that's how, Esau gets the woman today, okay, by making her believe that she's equal to the man, okay, and putting her in a, environment that's not, conducive to, providing a optimal, outcome for her, okay? But through his doctrines, his philosophies, he has gotten the woman today to believe that she's just as good as the man, if not better. Through what? His education, his career system, all these things, his TV programs, all these things were meant to what? Make the woman believe that she is just as wise as the man, if not wiser, okay? And it says, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. And the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked. Right. They knew that they had sinned. And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. Okay, so you go on to read, they have to endure their punishment for their sins. And you go on to read one of the punishments or the punishment that Adam was going to receive for not obeying and listening to the, words of the Most High, but unto the woman that he was going to have to sweat by the, brow of his eye. And the woman was going to have to give birth, and have to go through those birthing pains. And then you go on to read, verse 20 says, and Adam called his wife name Eve because she was the mother of all living. Unto Adam also and to his wife did Yahweh the Most High make coats of skins and clothe them. Okay? So you go on and read, and like I said, you get the judgments for their sins that they had to commit, that they had committed, and they had to live them out. And we still living them out today because we're still, under those sins until Yahweh Shai comes back. All right? So, something to think about, the robot named Eve, why call it Eve? Because they trying to tell you that Eve was meant to be a helpmeet, all right? And this robot can help you with, trivial tasks around the house, whether it's baking, whether it's, helping you with the dishes or what have you. This robot got you covered, as they said. So something to think about. Who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie? And we already know that because we just read it. But let's go there and get that in Romans 1:25. It reads, who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. Right, the serpent. And the serpent, through his beguile, tricked Eve. And Eve, went after the man. And the man followed after Eve, who followed after the serpent, instead of the Creator, which was the Most High. So who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. Right. So the serpent took, the natural beauty of the woman and turned it into something ugly. Okay. And used it as a weapon. The serpent weaponized the woman, Eve, against the man. All right. And it's by no sheer coincidence that, you have, a low successful rate in his so-called marriage today because, things don't go according to the woman. She wants to, get a divorce. All right. And it's all due to the understandings. Okay. So who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie? The serpent did, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. All right, something to think about. Eve the robot. If that ain't saying a lot, I don't know what is, man. Because that just shows you the state we are in as a people. We're gone. Okay, the truth is out of this. The truth has left this world. Okay. You got so many distractions going on, and it's all by design to keep you, from coming closer to the truth. These distractions are meant to distract the 2/3 of our people. All right. They are meant to keep them occupied so that they can't receive the truth, So something to think about, Eve the robot. They've created a helpmeet, and saying a lot without saying a lot. All right. This robot can do tasks around the house, in buildings, warehouses, everything except for where you find Eve the most at, inside the workplace, secretarial, office type work. All right. And for the most part, that's where the serpent has her thriving at, so that she can be, independent and take care of herself. All right. So let's close out and wrap it up in 1 Peter 5:8, and let's take it from there. 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8, it reads, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Right. And he's devoured for the most part, the 2/3 are already, they already gone, through their quest to seek after what? Being in this kingdom, in this society, and thriving, okay? And we know the woman is being set up for the most part to thrive the most here in Babylon the Great, which is America, okay? She's allowed to, have certain, amenities that she wouldn't necessarily get in any other place outside of the Western Hemisphere. She's not going to be able to do the same stuff she does here in the Western Hemisphere over there in the Eastern, in those countries over there, for the most part, they still have their women under control. They're not, going out and, acting like, what, for the better part, the 3-letter word. All right. For the most part, those women over there in those Eastern countries, they still, abide by certain aspects, of their religions and what have you. But when you come here to the Western side, speaking particularly here in Babylon, the Great America, it's an all-out do as you will, do what you want. No repercussions, and that's all by design to keep the division between the man and the woman. All right, so something to think about, just by them making that robot and calling it Eve, that's a lot. That's saying a lot. All right. So be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And, he's going to get a good portion of our people, speaking of the 2/3. So continue to, be vigilant, and stay sober. And, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Pray someone was edified through this lesson. And until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We're almost home. Shalom.